Right, so this is the next one in the series, which I'm doing, where I'm dealing with a Starlink router, where I basically dismantled the router and pulled out the router board, the actual router part, because most of it is power pack, and so I'm basically testing it now. I've actually got a Starlink dishy set up outside, which I'll show you in a minute, and this router board is connected, and I'm just using bench power supplies. There's no Starlink power supplies involved here, not in the original unit. So this is where I've actually got it set up, and it does actually work. So it's confirmed it, and we also have some very accurate power readings now of what it's going to do. But I mean, this is essentially the reason why I'm doing this is because of people who have RVs and solar and stuff like that, where they don't want the 220 AC or 240 AC. They want to use it on a battery, you see, and so this gives them that ability, and so we'll get into it now. Okay, so what we've got here, this is I've got a phone here, which is so that I can demo the Wi-Fi. The reason why I'm using a phone is because it has the Starlink app and everything works through the Starlink app, so you can see everything working. And we've obviously got the Starlink router, right? Just to recap, I pulled it out, and the board is actually here, right? The plug comes in here and connects, and then we have this is a power supply here, and this bit here is the output. Okay, so this bit is the output from the power supply, and so now you should be able to read out that it does tell us, you know, what pins do what. Obviously we haven't got the LED pins on this side connected, but that doesn't matter. So what we've done is we've taken this board and basically what we've done, so it's facing that way, isn't it? So we've turned it over, so it's now like this. Okay, so this normally would be connecting into this plug, and this is a Starlink connection. You can see I've actually got a Starlink plugged into it. So there's a wire that goes outside through my unit. I'm actually upstairs here, and you should be able to see, sorry about the dirt on the window, the weather's not very good. Yeah, but you should be able to see a Starlink out there. There you go, you can see it now through the dirt. There's somebody walking up. Okay, and it's stowed at the moment because I told it to stow. I've already been round this, so I know it works, so I'm just going to test it now. Okay, and I've got a recording so that you can see the app working as well. Right, and we have two power supplies. This is a 12 volt one, and this is a 48 volt one. Well, it's set to, as I say. So the max output, you can see the max output there is 3 amps. That's about 150 watts, which is the sort of power that you need. And this one is actually about 100 watts. It's on 5 amps. Okay, these are rated much less, but they seem to power it, so that's fine. Okay, so we're going to turn on the router and turn on the Starlink. Okay, and then what we should see is we'll see the router come up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this, because as soon as this powers up you'll see it move. Okay, I think it takes some time. Yeah, I positioned it there so that it could be seen and we could video it. Yeah, unfortunately I need to clean my windows. This is a mechanic's workshop essentially. No, it's not moving. Right, it's probably because it's not at the stage now. You can see it. Okay, here we go. It's now drawing power, so it's now going to flatten, he says. Oh, what we got? So it's essentially booting up, right? This is the boot up, and you can see how it's running with 60 watts, and the router board itself is only taking, you know, 2 to 3 watts. So most of the power is being taken by this, you see. And then what we'll do is we'll see it there. Now you can see it. See? And it won't rotate because it's already positioned itself. You can see how it's moving, right? And it's positioning itself. It's already done this, you see, so it won't rotate. And all it's essentially doing is it's attempting to establish a connection. Right, so we can see now it's taking around about 30 to 40 watts. Okay, and it's not moving at all, so that's just the transceiver. This one's taking 2.6. So now here we are, Starlink's connecting. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Starlink, connect to the Starlink. There we go. Now it will say, yeah, I'm internet, because we don't. but that's because it doesn't have a subscription. But we don't care about that. We just, there we go. So I'm going to do that and then say I want to stay connected. Yes. Right, and now we can bring up the Starlink app. So it's bringing up the Starlink app. I'll share it on the screen so you can see it. And it's connected now. You can see it's connected, yeah? Or rather, it's connected through the router to the Starlink itself. Okay, and so you can see here, if I... Oh, it's just that's connected, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so what we have here, and look at that. You see, it's actually doing a software upgrade as well. Okay, so this is actually downloading through the Starlink. Let me just turn off my data so you know it's not that. Okay, yeah, and you can see it's downloading. You'll see it increase. Okay, I'm presuming that it's doing it via the Starlink itself. It might actually be doing it across the internet. Now come to see it, it's possible, yeah, actually. So I've actually turned it off, but you can see how it's saying no active subscription. So it's talking to it, right? And this itself is talking to the satellites, right? And what I can do is it says, okay, network. There you go. Moto G9 plate. That's this phone that it's on. Check Wi-Fi range. I don't know how to do that. Oh no, you have to do something else. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but what? Oh nodes. No, that's the router itself. So what I need to do. Oh yeah, it's up. Look at that. 24. So it's actually downloading it through, because I've turned off my data, you see. So there's only the Starlink connected here, and it's actually still downloading. So this is actually connected to the satellite network, and it's downloading software to upgrade the, sorry about wobbling. It's downloaded software to actually upgrade it. Okay. And then we can go to this one, statistics. Now this is quite telling. It's got ping statistics because it's actually talking to the network, even though it doesn't allow me. That's HTTP essentially, HTTP access. But we can still do the. Where is that? There we go. Ping. Can we do it? Right. Yeah, there you go. And so it's showing stats. You see, you should be able to see it there on the screen because I'm going to overlay this. So we've got the stats there. You can see that working, right? And it's showing ping success 40%. And that's probably because I turned it off, so there's the dip there. Okay. There's a dip. I don't know where it is, but I'm pretending. Okay. And if we go back, just want to go back. Come on. I'll go back that way then. Okay. We got a through. It's a bit slow. I don't know why it's slow. Anyway. So you can see it's actually downloading software, and it's also... It's saying restricted, and the reason why it's restricted is because this particular one doesn't have a subscription. I bought it off eBay, and then I found out later that you can't get them active if they haven't done it. So you know, that was mine. But it's actually doing what I want it to do. It's testing, because I only want to test the router. I have a Starlink over in Sierra Leone. In fact, I might be able to link to it, and then you can see. So this is going to connect to the one that's in Sierra Leone. Oh, it won't, will it? Because it's not going to access. I need internet access, don't I? Right. So this should now connect. Yeah, that's connected to my Wi-Fi. And then I can go back to the there. So this is now connecting to the one that I've got in Sierra Leone, which has an active subscription, which I'm paying for. Okay. And what it does is it actually connects to it via the internet. And then select Starlink. Okay. So I want to connect to that one. Okay. And then it'll connect to it and you'll see it. And it'll show it being online. And I know it is because I've got a... it also works. That works. There's a web page to do with that as well. And that shows that it's online. At least I hope it's online. So it's unreachable. Interesting. Might be offline there. Let me just... I'm just going to quickly check. Because I've got a... I've got the account portal open. And it should show it. No, it is online. Yes, it is online. It's been online for 1.5 hours because there you go, it's online. See? You see, so that's showing stats. Now this won't show much because they haven't actually got the router board because it blew up. So they haven't actually got an uplink connection, but you can see how there's stats on that one. This is the one that's actually in Sierra Leone as we speak. Okay, and it's just connecting to it via the internet. It's saying it's online. See, we've got a bit of a graphic thing that you can whittle about with. You see?
and I mean, obviously if I stow it, I'll never get connectivity again until they reboot it. Okay, so we can go back to this one that's the local one, and in order to do that, I'll have to put that there, and then let's go to there. Oh, use Wi-Fi. Yeah, and what I'll do is a further confirmation. Right, so we need to do that. Yep, now it's going to say, yeah, I've got connectivity. I've got connectivity. Oh, it's not actually. All right. Yeah, there you go. It's not working. Yes, we know. We know. Right, and now I can go back to the app. There, and it'll say connect. And so now it's going to connect to this one, and you'll see restricted. Now what I'm going to do, now you can see it's obviously all powered up, and that's working. So we're testing the router board. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you can see it's connected there, right? So let's turn it off. There you go. It's turned it off, and it'll say, oh, I'll turn that one off as well, just to make sure. Yep, it's died. You see? And that's the one outside. Yeah. Oh, it's got a bit of an angle on it now, it moved. Right, and I'm going to start it up again. Okay. Yeah, because this is what it's done is it's flicked to the one that's actually online, which is the one in Sierra Leone, and this one's disconnected, as you can see. Right. So what I'm going to do again is I'll reconnect to it, and then I'll show you that it's actually that one outside, even though you saw it move. Because what I'm going to do with the app, right? Now I have to wait until it comes online. That one draws about 2.5. When it's booting up. This one's only on 7 watts because it's not connecting. Yep. As you can see, this is the 48 volt that's going through. So what happens, you see, is this power pack is connecting through here to here, which is the 48 volt input, and all it's doing basically is it's passing it through to here, and providing 48 volts using a power over Ethernet, which I guess must be that thing. Okay, and it's doing power over Ethernet. This is an Ethernet connection, you see, even though it's got a weird like USB-C type plug. Okay, so we're online again. Let's do it again. So it's saying no internet. No internet! You got no internet, man! Okay, do I sound stupid? Do I sound like a lunatic? Don't I sound like a flat earther? Yes, and we want to stay connected. Okay, and then go back. Oops. Come on, there we go. Now it's showing Starlink, right? So what I'm going to do now, calculating orientation, so it's messing about, and then what I'm going to do is, I think it's in like settings, yeah, and then we go to the Starlink, and you can see here we got stow, okay? Stow Starlink, and I don't know if I'll be able to do this with one hand, but you should be able to see, sorry, nearly fell over. So you can see it's outside there through the dirt, right? And I'm gonna, what I'll do is, it's on screen, isn't it? So I'll show it on screen, and then I'll slide across. Oh, it didn't make it slide it across. Oh, crikey. Right, I'll put the phone down, and then you can see it's just difficult to do. Right, so now I'm sliding it across. You should be able to see it do it on screen. There you go. It's stowed. Okay, and I can do unstow again. There you go. Well, it's showing it in the animation, but it's not actually done it. Why has it not done it? It's taking about 30 watts. Yep. Come on. Oh, there you go. You see? It's just a bit delayed. Yeah, it took about 40 watts. Okay. Oh, look, it's rotating and it's moving. Right, and I'm going to do it again. Slide to stow. And it's stowed. Yeah? So obviously that's the one we're talking to, and we're using this board. That's how I feel. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So now you know. This is the only bit that you actually need if you need to actually do Starlink. Okay, because you've seen it. I mean, I've shown you it. There it is outside, stowed. Let me unstow it again, so you can see me doing it. Unstow. And there it is, it's unstowed. That's the power it took. In fact, let's do that. If I stow it, right, it manoeuvred then. Right, that's stowed. And then I'll unstow it again. There you go. Is it going to unstow? So it's showing it in the animation, but it's not actually done it. And I can tell you now if it's working or not. Let me see it. It's got to actuate the motors. It's a bit cold outside. Come on, there it goes. Right, and it's level. So you can see how much power it's taking. Now it's just manoeuvred a bit. There you go, gives you an idea. So we actually do know accurately how much power it takes, right? And when you're doing, okay, let me show you this. So you can get these, right? This is the alternative, right? It's an Ethernet based one, and you have one of these, right? Which is a 12 volt to 48 volt, right? And they rate these as 150 watt, right? And I think that's just the power that it's like the max power. But this thing isn't even climbing to 50 watts. So you could probably get away with a 50 watt one. I mean, they're not expensive. That's 20 quid for this, which in the grand scheme of things isn't expensive. If you're paying like 500 quid for a Starlink, you know what I mean, 20 quid for one of these isn't. And that gives you, so you got your 12 volt input and your 48 volt output. And I might actually just do that. What I'll do is I'll put that power pack at 12 volts and then put it onto this 12 to 48. And then we'll connect it in that way. I don't know, but that's extra. We don't need to care. This is the right. So that's the 48 volt output on the red wires. No, it's 12 volt on the red wires, and then we got 48 volt there. And I put a couple of wires on so I could actually check the voltage. And then you've got the Ethernet. You can see there, PoE on the left, and the LAN input is on the right. And then this thing is just I bought this. You don't need to do this. You can actually modify the wire, but you can see how that's a USB. Not a USB. That's the connector for the Starlink. Yeah. So that gives you the uplink. Okay. There is another way of doing it because I've actually got I've got a connector for this as well, where you can have Ethernet on this. And there's something about the way it configures it, because I tried to get it working on Ethernet when I had the one that's in Sierra Leone, and I had it here. You can see I've got another one that's complete. That actually came with the unit because I bought a full Starlink, although that thing didn't work. This one's one that I got just as a router on its own. Okay, so confirmed, this is the only bit that you actually need, and you can have your 48 volts and your 12 volts into this, and it does make it work. Although obviously we didn't have internet access, doesn't matter, because you can tell that the equipment does work, even though I've got one that's unregistered. It was talking, you saw it through the app, and it was talking to the Starlink network, and that's the only bit that it really needs to do. So there you have it. You see, that PCB that's inside the box is the only bit that you actually need if you want it to be a 12 volt. You don't need the rest of it. You need to find some way of mounting that, of course. You know, screw it to a piece of wood if you want to. Do you know what I mean? Or 3D print a case to it. I'm going to probably do a design where I can 3D print a case, because I'm actually going to send that out as a replacement router to my workshop in Sierra Leone, so the guys can fit it there. So I'll probably 3D print a case, give it a bit of a substantial back to it as well, so that, you know, like when it's being transported, it doesn't bust. And bring out the connections, and then also I can include the 12 volt to 48 volt into the box, because there's a space there where I can just basically put it in, and then that means the whole thing will then just run off 12 volts. And so long, you know, and you saw it working. You saw you can get the Wi-Fi, you can saw the app working, and everything. So that's the only bit you need, basically. So thanks for watching. I guess, you know, do the stuff that people tell you to do, you know, subscribe and stuff like that. I don't know. My channel's actually getting quite a lot of attention at the moment, certainly through these videos and some of the others. And I do upload, sometimes I upload many a day. And they're all on different subjects. They'll all be like technical engineering, some Starlink, some USB stuff that I'm making, USB chargers, solar stuff as well. If you're interested in that, and excuse my power pack kicking in. And also electric car and other cars that I'm working on. Like I'm trying to fix up a Prius at the moment, so I'm doing lots of stuff on that right now. So you'll get notifications if you want, or just come to the channel. And thanks for watching.